Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the quantum energy reading for August. And I'm doing it early. So, there's a lot going on with the energy, of course. We're swimming in a sea of change and it can be turbulent at times. And I have been posting a lot of spirit messages about this. The number one thing they kept on saying to do was to raise yourself first, uplift your spirit, and then everything else that you need to do is illuminated. Another thing in the sea of change, anchor yourself as things go by. Let it pass by. Don't get carried away with various things that try and pull you or undercurrents. All those analogies. You remain anchored, let it pass by, and you continue moving forward. So I wanted to get a quantum energy tap into August. So this is all about staying in your power, determined, moving forward, not getting carried away, letting others carry you away. Very much about truth and integrity with all you do. And make it your priority to uplift your spirit, raise your spirit, make it number one on your to-do list, because then everything else is illuminated. And I'm seeing this almost as like prep, because I think things are going to be even more changeable as we go forward. So it's like brace yourself. It's not like brace yourself, but be strong and be anchored. Being very anchored. And it's a beautiful thing to feel more anchored, because it's almost like you feel that you're safe no matter what happens, and then you continue going forward. People have less power to pull you in certain ways. Or to carry you off course, things like that. So it's actually a positive. We're holding our own, I want to say, holding our own. And in no other time are we really holding our own here. Holding your own and staying strong and determined no matter what. And yeah, so let's get the quantum energy for August. Quantum energy for August. I'm doing this early. I want to get a taste of what the energy is going to be like for August, what we're working with for August. And nothing's fixed, so we can start feeling this as we head into August. Let's see, what is the quantum energy? Oh, this turned around right away. The Secret Temple. Number one, Spirit card, of course, the Secret Temple. I'll actually read the description of that. Should I do that first before I even get the rest of the cards? I think so. Okay. I'm just like, this, I just love when we get a Spirit card. The Secret Temple. This card unveils your ultimate place, you can't make this up, of power and inspiration. So this is literally the Hall of Records, and this card unveils your ultimate place of power and inspiration. Remember when I started, it said you remain in power, and ah, gosh, the sacred temple is the seat of your soul, and it's always available to you. Oh, this is what they meant, be anchored to this. Tap in, always remain connected. This is your ultimate place of power and inspiration, no matter what is going on in our physical world. This is the secret temple that you're linked to. Be anchored and almost linked to it. When they said, raise yourself first, connect with the secret temple, connect with spirit first, everything else will be illuminated. So this unveils your ultimate place of power and inspiration. The sacred temple is the seat of your soul. It's always available to you as a source of peace, balance, and connection to spirit. You can access this wonderful place by meditating on your own heart center. Receiving this card upright is telling you it's time to do so. You are at a point in your life and in your personal power. This is what I was talking about, and in your personal power, where you were able to open this holy vault and connect with the unlimited information contained therein. Whatever project you may be working on, whatever type of information you need, whether personal, spiritual, financial, medical, artistic, scientific, or any other topic, the answers you seek are available to you now through the Akashic Records. When you connect with this powerful spiritual source, you will find all the avenues of your life opening up with possibility. This card is telling you that you are ready, so take the time to enter the temple, meditate, trust, and believe. You'll be amazed at the important energy and information you find there. And they kept on saying we're part of the divine co-creation right now. And if you open yourself up and not get swayed or carried away with what's happening, and remain connected, you can get downloads, you can get wisdom, you can get aha ideas, inspiration, things for us to move on. It's like divine ingredients. They're giving you the seeds, whether people count themselves as spiritual or not. They're getting ideas, they're getting ways to go, they're getting nudged in directions. They're being supported and accessing this. And it's part of the divine co creation. It's also part of the divine co survival. I feel like they know that we need this connection heightened at this time, that we are reaching higher for guidance, for wisdom, for ideas, for sight to get through these darker times. So, really remain connected to the sacred temple. Know that that is your real, personal, sacred source of power and balance and place of inspiration and peace. So this is like number one, and I feel like that's why they wanted me to share with you what I was getting about feeling anchored, because you should feel anchored to this. It's your source of peace and source of power, and it will inspire you to move forward. It will inspire you to remain more anchored when it's turbulent or changing or disruptions or whatever, and then inspire you how to move forward and actually give you the ideas, and more than that, give you the balance and peace to make it through these times. So it's your sense of power, it's your sense of balance, it's your sense of inspiration. And with that, we're getting a consciousness of lack, because that is what we're surrounded by. I don't even have to look up this card. This is when you can't see the opportunity. There is a consciousness of lack all around us, where we feel outside of what we need or want, and we have more power. If we step into the personal power, they're trying to tell us to step more into this kind of power, the spiritual power that keeps a higher perspective, that knows where to go to access this power. So we consciously always get out of this consciousness of lack, because that's a powerless, helpless situation, or feeling powerless in your life. It's a consciousness of lack. Whenever you feel this, where you're outside what your heart wants, what your heart needs, and everything, you're out of the picture almost of what you clearly know your heart wants and needs, you tap into the sacred temple, because it will give you ideas of how to figure it out, get out of this consciousness of lack. It's only leaping out of a thought, maybe getting rid of a toxic relationship, situation, circumstance that's making you feel that you have a consciousness of lack. But this is clearly saying remain tapped into this is your source of power that will bring you out of this consciousness of lack at each and every time. And don't be influenced by other waves of other people's consciousness of lack, because they kept on saying remain anchored and then continue to move forward, stay determined. Yes, because we have the event of conflict. Whew. So, oh my God, it's a sea of change. It's literally a boat on a sea of change. And the analogy I was given, if there's any conflicts, if there's any things, turbulent seas in the world around us, this is an event, things in your life that are coming through. This is literally, if you're facing conflicts, it's you remain anchored and let the wave go by, and then you stay determined and keep moving forward. So I want to definitely read these cards, but that is clearly what I'm getting and why they gave me that analogy in the beginning. But it's no matter what, you do not have a consciousness of lack. The consciousness of lack is something is missing. A man here is leaning dejectedly on a concrete heart. His back is turned to the potential, the gold and beauty held in there. Listen, it's almost like his back is to all that's possible here. His melancholy seems overwhelming, and this card may reveal a similar energy for you at this time. There may be some financial limitation for you, possibly even significant money woes, but this card could indicate restriction in other areas as well, and you may be experiencing some limits. You are all experiencing limits, with society right now. So it's talking about a show. It demands that you shift out of this lack consciousness now, even if you feel that something's missing in your life. And collectively, we all feel that with what's going on. But if you feel something is missing in your life, your fear only restricts you further. It makes you more miserable and manifesting more limitation. And that's why they say the number one thing is to raise your spirit, uplift your spirit. They made me post that spirit message the other day directly, because we have to remain connected to that and not hold on to that. Yes, the legitimate things that make us feel like a consciousness of lack, but don't stay stuck there. Connect back to spirit. There are infinite possibilities. You can't be in this consciousness, no matter if it, like there's evidence all over the place to support it. Don't. It may be difficult to focus on something positive when you're lonely or have financial troubles, but it's absolutely necessary to do so if you want to change that reality. So take the steps you need to resolve whatever issue may be bothering you, but don't stop there. Make the energetic cause to always acknowledge what you have. even to the smallest detail. Choosing to value yourself and your life will break down these harsh feelings in your heart and bring many amazing experiences to you. So do not get stuck. It says the affirmation is I let go of limitation and lack. I always choose to see the value in my life and in myself. And that will reconnect you each and every time. Like they said, and they made me post in that spirit message, uplift and raise yourself first, and you'll immediately connect with the sacred temple, which will enable you to get through obvious conflicts and events that we have going on in this world. It's not smooth waters in this world. So that's why they were giving me that analogy of you remain divinely anchored when you need to the sacred temple. If the waves are coming through, you'll know you'll get through it. You know it's a moment in time, and you remain out of that consciousness of lack. You connect yourself and you can just keep going, stay determined and keep going forward no matter what. Stay in your power, your personal power, to stay balanced no matter what's going on. Who cares what the event is? We're going to be powerful and strong and anchored, and then when it passes, keep moving forward. We are so powerful. We've been kind of groomed to be more powerful at this time, honestly. They kept on saying more power, we have more power, more strength. I didn't know my own strength, that Whitney Houston song. They keep making me remind me to say that. One of her very last songs, I didn't know my own strength. And let me tell you, we didn't know our own strength. It's really, you don't know until you face circumstances. So the conflict card literally is unrest. Yeah, and that's what we're surrounded by, honestly. I mean, you can't make a pretty picture out of our world today. It looks like this, it feels like this, but we're still tapped into the sacred temple. We're not going to be in a consciousness of lack no matter what the event. This upright is a boat being tossed around. Can't make this up, that I talked about being anchored in a wavy sea. I have chills. Okay, so a boat is being tossed around on a stormy sea, and a sailor is trying to keep it afloat. This represents an upcoming situation or one you're going through at this time, and it may come in the form of a conflict with another person, which may manifest in ongoing agitation, things like that. This could also signify someone in your life who is thoughtless or dismissive of you, whether it's a friend or a family member or a coworker. It's very unsettling, and you're not sure how to resolve it. Is there a difficult situation going on in your daily life? Okay, I think we all can honestly say yes. Perhaps your workload has increased to stressful levels. Perhaps a family member is ill or acting out. You're lost at sea in the middle of a storm you can't control. And is that the description of today's life events right now, the world? You're lost at sea in the middle of a storm you can't control, and high emotions are tossing you around. You may have to step outside the storm to regain tranquility in your life. And how do you do that? You tap into the sacred temple. You hold on to your personal power and peace no matter what. That's what I'm saying. Some of the unrest could be within yourself. Are you making a situation worse through an attitude of fear and powerlessness, like a consciousness of lack? You must stand in your power and take steps to create a calmer approach. Express what you need to express. Vent your feelings in your however you do. Make decisions that honor you and consciously create some joy in each day. The storm will pass and you will be floating on a peaceful sea again. This is the exact spirit message I started with. You remain anchored. If you see seas, waves coming through with the world events or even in your personal life, remain anchored, let it pass by, and then you stay determined and in your power and you keep moving forward. There are obviously a lot of things we cannot control, but you cannot just sit there and feel powerless because of it. Just be anchored, connect, peace, balance, strength, power. Don't let it bring you down. They said the first thing to do is raise your spirit, then everything else you can handle. You are anchored. You're not going to be carried off to the left or the right. Just remain anchored in your balance and peace and tranquility. It's a wave. It will pass. It's a moment in time. Yes, it's not in our control. Some things are, but no matter what, don't get in this consciousness of lack. And listen, big waves are coming through to try to carry us into fear, into feeling powerless, to feeling whatever. We focus back to our power, to the beauty that's immediately around us, although we do have a sense of gratitude. Our priority list, what's on our priority list? The health of our family. We have some food on the table. Put it all in the right perspective. And if people want to act up and make things difficult, you hold your ground, anchored in this, in spirit, in your personal power, balance, and strength. They can't move you too far. When you're really truly anchored in that, you do not allow people to take your power. You're linked to something greater, the infinite here, and it will pass, and you stay strong, determined, and then you can move forward again. But it's the affirmation for this is literally, I live in my power. I speak up and take action for myself. I choose courage and confidence in every situation. We do not choose a consciousness of lack. And this is where everybody else seems to be vibrating. So it's even harder right now because everybody is acting up like a wave and it's all at once. And it could feel like this. I mean, they're acknowledging that. They even made me say that in the spirit message in the very beginning. And I just was like open and sharing it. But remain anchored. We really remain anchored. When you see those waves coming, like, oh boy, remain anchored. Okay, they're going to be acting up. It's going to be like that type of situation. They want to go like that. Okay, I'm bracing myself. They'll pass, and then you keep moving forward. Don't let anybody take your power. And the spirit is here for you. You have access to everything to help you connect with, to raise up instantly, to regain your balance, to regain your power, to regain your sense of peace. Have peace in the storm. Have peace in the storm, in the storms that are going on around us. And don't let this be like an undercurrent that takes you, in these seas. I mean, there's no reason for it. You're tapped into greater here. They're actually giving us the sight when we don't have the sight. If it's very dark and stormy out here, they're giving us the way to go, what to do in the moment. You tap in. That's why they said, number one thing, raise yourself first. When you put yourself number one on the to-do list, like uplift your spirit so you're connected to something greater, you'll recognize those waves. That's just a wave. That's not something for me to start bringing inside to bring a consciousness of lack, or let them, whatever the wave is consisting, to make me feel whichever way that is not connected to spirit, not connected to the truth, divine truth of things. That takes a lot of power, that takes a lot of balance, it takes a lot of centering, that takes a lot of knowing who you are, it takes a lot of truth and integrity and living your truth and integrity, like walking the talk. Yeah, I mean, it's like you have to put it into practice. It's not enough to just, you have to live it. You have to be that in the wave, and we're learning how to do it. And I think these circumstances brought that out in us as well, because we are holding our own. My voice is giving out. Okay, so let's get some more as we hold our own and we stay connected to the sacred temple. Oh, geez, there's so much coming out. I don't even know if there were too many. Hold on. Let's get very clear messages, please, for this. This is very clear for August, quantum energy, as we hold our own and stay in our power and not get swept with these waves here, obvious storms, and we have fragmented energy. This energy that's going on is like people could take pieces of our energy, and it's been coming up over and over. I posted a spirit message: your energy is valuable. Things can be in your life like energy leaks, and you have to plug up the holes that are energy leaks. It's also, you could be spreading out your energy into things are pulling your energy, distracting your energy. It's your energy is fragmented, and bring back, they literally had said, bring back your personal energy for your priority list. And also, if you're feeling scattered or your energy is all over the place, connect to the sacred temple to bring your energy back. And there's also a lot of fragmented energy in the world, and don't let that tear you apart. I know that's a weird thing to say, but don't let your energy, pull little segments of your energy this way and that, because you need to hold your own. And when you're in the sea, you need all your energy to remain powerful, to remain feeling in one piece. You have to feel in one piece. That's what they're telling me. You need to feel in one piece. And wow, does that take strength? I mean, that takes strength, I gotta say. Okay, so literally, I'll tell you what the energy card, actually, what they're saying the energy card means in this deck, but that's what I'm getting. You have to remain in one piece. If there ever was a time to feel like you need to be all together, it's when everything else is not all together. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we have to be in power here. Feel powerful, because this is a weakened, this is too many pieces. This card shows a woman wading through high water, again with the water and that sea. It does feel like that, with puzzle pieces all around. She is part of the puzzle, and her own picture is not complete. Like the women on the card, you may feel you're pushing against the current with the pieces of your life all over the place. Talk about being at sea again. This card reveals a split in your energy and your attention, and you may have too much to do with the tasks of your personal work life completely taking over. If you're hurrying through life and frantic about getting everything done, you are fragmenting your energy. Balance is necessary now. It's time to slow down, replace your have tos, and give yourself a break. Like they said in the beginning, they made me post that spirit message, raise yourself and make yourself number one on your to-do list to uplift your spirit, and raise yourself first. I mean, that literally, they made me post that. And here it literally says, if you're hurrying through life and frantic about getting everything done, you're fragmenting your energy. Balance is necessary now, especially now. It's time to slow down, reduce your have tos. You can't make this up, and give yourself a break. If you don't, your agitated energy will block the very achievements you're working so hard on. So the other message here is that you may be looking at too many options when considering future projects. You have lots of good ideas that take you in many different directions, but this indecision splits your energy, slows you down, or stops you completely. Make specific choices and set up a plan and choose the path that calls to your heart. You can always change things up later, but now is the time to focus, not fragment your energy and your energetic power. And it's resting right on Sacred Temple. They want you to stay whole and complete. Do not feel scattered, because then when you feel scattered, you feel less powerful, and you need to remain powerful because we're in a sea of change. And when you don't feel powerful, it's easy to get carried in different directions. It really takes a lot of power to remain anchored almost. And the affirmation is, I release striving and being peace. I release striving and bring peace and focus to my life and goals. I move through my day at a leisurely pace. And that was part of that spirit message. They said, on your to-do list, make yourself number one, to the point. Number one is uplift your spirit, raise yourself first. So when you raise your energy first and connect with the Sacred Temple, with spirit, however you do it for yourself, whatever it connects you, whether it's doing readings, music, exercise, meditation, nature, connect with spirit, ground yourself, bring all your pieces of energy together, and then greet your day. Greet what you're facing in the sea of change of our world environment right now. So if somebody is a small wave, obviously you're powerful and together enough to deal with it. But if it looks like a tidal wave, you have the power to anchor yourself and let that wave pass, and you're still unmovable, unshakable. You're powerful, balanced. You're not going to be swayed with an undercurrent that you're powerless, with a consciousness of lack. You're more powerful than you realize. It's for you to remain tapped into that. It's spiritual power. It's not ego, but it's divine power to stay together no matter what, to stay powerful even in the sea of change or conflicts or things not working. Powerful and not coming. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what they are. Oh, and then we have the loving man. We've been getting the loving man. This is another energy of the kind of people that you're attracting is the loving man. There could be very supportive men in your life at this time, or on their way, or that is what you're in the midst of attracting to help or come in, a new cycle of kind of people in your life after not having supportive, loving people, reciprocal people, which is very interesting. That could possibly help at this time. Be of support. So loving man, we've gotten this. It's a tender-hearted masculine energy. And this is what's coming in. Upright, a man holding a bouquet of flowers walks toward you on a path. The energy that comes from him is compassionate and down to earth. And this could portend the beginning of a new romantic relationship, or it could indicate the deepening of a present love. Open your heart and know that you deserve the depth of love that stirs your soul and fills your life with companionship and purpose. There can be all sorts of loving men in your life. In fact, you could be that loving masculine energy. So be kind to yourself. Ooh, maybe we're stepping into our own personal masculine power when they say that we need to be all in one piece. But I also feel you're going to be attracting loving men, more tender, supportive, reciprocal. So be kind to yourself. Look at all the ways you can bring more love to your life and the lives of those around you. A kind word, a tender hug, laughter shared. All of these will raise the vibration of love within and around you. Maybe that's why they're saying, to help bring us out of this consciousness of lack, focus on the love that can be shared even on this difficult path, honestly. We're also there for each other. We are the light for each other. Look at the beam of light coming down. When we share a kind word, when we stand in the path in the path of experience of this troubled sea, we're bringing love and tenderness and support to each other, whatever gender you are. But and the affirmation is, And there also could be real loving words, comfort shared through people. Okay, so the affirmation is more and more I feel the tender-hearted energy all around me and bring that caring attitude toward myself. Yes, just like they said, raise yourself first. And also, this is what they're encouraging us all to do, to be there for each other and for ourselves during this conflict, stormy seas. So keep out of a consciousness of lack and keep ourselves all together, literally. It's through the comfort, it's through the kind words, it's through the love shared, it's through the support on the path that we're all on right now. It really is. And ooh, and then we have peace. The intention is peace. I feel like this reading is to bring forward peace. Our intention is to get from this event of stormy seas to peace, and that is where we're coming from. And keep that your clear intention. It's even a blue card up here. Like, that is our clear intention through it all. So no matter what, that when they said like, that's part of your source of power, is clearly that's your intention. When they said hold on as an anchor to your truth, your integrity, the intention honestly is the higher perspective that everything is for peace. At the end of the day, it's just for peace. So if you're aligned, you raise yourself first, connected to spirit, your intention is peace. You'll make it through any storm, difficulty. You're out of the lack of consciousness, the lack, powerless, helplessness. You're tapped into greater, a higher perspective. Your intention is peace. I gotta find this peace card and read that to you. That is just so beautiful. So at the end of the day, know through the whole thing, it's remaining peaceful in your heart. The intention is peace no matter what. Let me find what this, I want to read that card for sure. Because that is in our mind's eye and our mind's heart through the whole thing. We're trying to literally create more peace for ourselves and for others through this time. I mean, that's almost like the seed of all creation right now, right? Inner balance, outer harmony. Upright, a woman gently swings in a tranquil, sunlit sky while swans swim on a lake in the clouds. This card shows that there is a peaceful energy settling in your mind and manifesting in your life at this time. And can you believe that? How we can do that in a stormy sea with all this stuff around us, because we're linked with the sacred temple. We can swing from the heavens in our mind and heart almost with that higher perspective in a seat of peace. And that's how we'll get through this time. But that's your power to do that. Like they said, you have to raise yourself first, uplift your spirit first, and then greet your day. So picture yourself getting on the swing, no matter what gender you are. But that's where you got to go in a higher perspective and a state of peace through this time especially. So you're swinging in a tranquil, sunlit sky while swans swim in a lake in the clouds. And this card shows that there is a peaceful energy settling in your mind and manifesting in your life at this time. Gaining inner balance. Remember when they said you got to be anchored and be strong and balanced even in conflict and stormy seas? How strong that is to retain just your balance? Gaining inner balance is a starting point to the peace and harmony you're trying to achieve in the world. Okay? Listen, seriously. Gaining inner peace is a starting point to the peace and harmony you're trying to achieve in the world. Yes. If you haven't already mastered this intention for tranquility, know that you are capable of doing so now. There's an inner strength that comes from such activities as meditation and deep breathing. If you add healthy nutrition, regular exercise, and plenty of water to that regimen, you will achieve a personal balance that will then spread in every direction. You're not going to have fragmented energy. No. And you are anchored in any storm and wave. And when you come from this place of peace, what you're pouring your energy into is making the difference in the world for yourself and others, to be honest. You're not swept out at sea with a consciousness of lack. No. There's an inner strength that comes from such activities. Okay, you will achieve a personal balance that will then spread in every direction. That's why they said raise yourself first. It will illuminate all you need to do and how you even do it. You have to raise your spirit first. The clarity that comes from peace of mind projects a vibrant light in the universe and brings a joyous harmony into all areas and arenas of your life. And so this is the key message. I mean, this is a culmination of every spirit message I've been posting. Affirmation: I live a balanced and peaceful life. I take time to breathe, relax, and let go. And that is what they're saying for us to do in August. Remain connected to the sacred temple. Raise yourself first and remain a source of inner peace and balance for yourself. Pull your energy so you're all in one piece. The support that we have with loving words of comfort on this path, this journey, which to all of us feels like turbulent seas. Stay out of this consciousness of lack. How we're doing it is with caring words, being there for each other. And it could specifically be more loving men around, but it could also just be the energy, the masculine parts of all of us. We're providing that strength for each other through the kindness, through the comfort, through the support to continue on this path, to get out of these rough seas and consciousness of lack, to pull us all back together when we feel we've been scattered, when we feel like our energy is fragmented, and to come from a place of peace. This is such power. It's personal power of feeling almost slightly above it all in here to get through this time. You have to be centered, and it takes so much more energy to do that, and come from your intention is peace. You're coming from peace and pouring that out in the world, and that is how to greet August. This is the energy of August. So it's going to take a lot of personal power to remain at peace and remain strong in the storm and anchored when you need to, when things are coming in that want to pull you under or pull you left or right. No, you stay anchored. You have the support of people around you. You do not let your energy get fragmented or fall into a consciousness of lack. You are tapped into the sacred temple where you get your connection, your power from, your ideas from, your inspiration from, that will lift you higher so you can have a clearer perspective and get through this time. So August could be, rocky. We look at the world today, there's so much going on that pulls at our energy. There's so much. They're saying remain anchored when needed to, support each other. Your intention is peace. You come from that place first. You put yourself, come from a higher perspective, link with something higher, come from inner balance and peace, and hold on to that. Be anchored in that. Be anchored in that when we have the events of the world looking like that. Make it like that in your heart and in your mind. It's that. You go from that to that when you're connected to this. I mean, that's how they want us to greet the day. And that spirit message was like, you start the day like this, you do it throughout the day, and you end the day like this. And that's how you stay out of that. I mean, that's like visually what they're giving me, and it goes in line with everything I began and started with. So this has been the quantum energy reading for August, how to get through it, how to remain at peace no matter what, to stay in your power no matter what, that we're there for each other. The people here, we're all supportive and loving for each other no matter what. We're all on this path together pretty much, and stay connected to the sacred temple for your inspiration, your ideas, your ways to go, your sight in the storm. We're really getting guidance here, and whenever you feel fragmented, you want to stay all together. Your energy, pull your energy back all together, and come from the intention of peace, 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 peace. Should we get one more card, or let's get one more card to see what happens when we say a peace? Ooh, they wanted me to pull one more. Sorry. Oh, Spirit, look at this. We are not alone. They wanted to add one more card, another card. They began with Spirit, and they're ending with Spirit. And it goes from 5 to 6. Listen, this is family, friends, and guides that are all around us, pouring their love and guidance out to us on the path. No doubt about it. We add here the people, the loving man. I have chills now. You have helped to retain this peaceful intention. I will read this. I have chills everywhere. I mean, wow, like they really wanted to show that they're here for this. You're not alone through this. You are not alone through this. This has been coming through over and over. Your spirit mentors. A woman in spirit floats over a peaceful stream, her light reflecting in the water, reminding you of the ever-present power of spirit in your life. Yes, and this is what is getting us through this. When they said we're connected to the secret temple, that's why we can have peace no matter what's going on. Okay, so listen. Okay, reminding you of your ever-present power of spirit in your life. So they're here for this. Unending inspiration and support are available through the loving entities in the spirit realm. When the card is upright, it harkens the presence of a spirit friend or family member, or possibly someone you know on a professional level. And do not put limits on the knowledge these entities can bring. In the spirit world, they can access all the information of the Akashic records. This is this. From the eternal past to the infinite future, all the wisdom you would ever need can be accessed either through your own higher self or through the spirit loved ones all around you. This is what you have access to. This is what they're here for, to help you through here. Believe me, remain connected to that so you feel like you're that. That's it. This card is telling you there's something going on in your life, obviously, that you could use the advice of spirit. Perhaps a beloved family doctor from the other side is helping you heal. Perhaps a friend in spirit can give guidance concerning a relationship issue. Ask for the information you need and be open to receiving it in so many unexpected ways. They kept on saying they're coming through in so many ways. You can get spirit messages from anything. I know people talk about various things. You can get it from anything. So whether you hear spirit messages directly, you see signs, messages, your intuition, the little voice in your head, it is friends and families and guides from the other side. They're here. They're saying remain like this, and you are tapped into this, and you will get through everything underneath here. You will rise above it. And just like they said, make yourself number one. Raise and uplift your spirit should be number one on your to-do list. Connect with them. Connect with the inspiration, the ideas. Stay connected consciously like that. Like that's how you want to be. Affirmation, I open up to all the loving, helpful spirits around me. I invite their guidance, and I am thankful. And boy, are we thankful. Thank God, seriously, to remain connected to something higher, to help you feel powerful, to help you feel anchored to something, to help you feel loved and guided and supported through this time. And you do have helpful people in your physical life to provide that comfort and support, to not get lost at the stormy seas, to not be fragmented in energy, to not go in this consciousness of lack, to rise above it, to raise yourself and swing with the intention of peace, connected with the infinite of ideas and inspiration. No, we are moving forward. Yes, we are. We're moving forward with new ideas, new inspiration, new levels of love, compassion, friends, family, and guides. Your loved ones passed on even, and your spirit guides are right here for it, illuminating the path, illuminating your mind and heart with all these, like I kept on saying, all your clear abilities are more clear, CLAIR, more clear. They have been leading up to this, so it could be your sight through the storm, that you could see farther, you could have the higher perspective, that you could get through this, that you could hold on to them. They were here for you. They were here for us. And it's remarkable, it's amazing, and you rely on it. Like this is your compass for August, to hold your own, to remain connected with spirit. Know you're so supported. Your intention is peace. Come from that, and everything else was like what to be aware. They're acknowledging what the world is today and what will help you through it. It's through your connections, loving connections. Remain connected to spirit. Feel inspired. Feel all together. Feel anchored and powerful. Powerful in your present. Like really feel powerful. Never feel powerless in your life. They're going to empower you to feel that way. When you don't, they'll help you raise you back up, and you take the actions needed to raise yourself back up, and also act on what they give you. If you get a divine idea, if you get an inspiration, if you get a nudge, let me try that, because they're guiding you how to get through this. They literally are. So that's quantum energy reading for August. Have a great month. And this was kind of like our compass through the storm. It's like our compass through the storm. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be rewatching this. Have a great August. Take care. Bye-bye.